You are live. I'll go get some emails out.
All righty. Hello, everyone. It is Sheila Kay. How are you guys? I'm with Monetization Strategist. Tonight is day one of our Mother's Day Make Money on Mother's Day broadcast. So we're going to get started officially in about a minute and a half at 6:29 according to my clock, Central Standard Time. So we're going to get started in a hot minute. I'm going to drink some water. This is going to be amazing. I'm super excited for tonight. Oh, let me get my phone as well so that I can see. I forgot to do that too. I hope you all are excited. Have a pen and paper to take lots and lots of notes. The information I'm going to share with you all tonight, if you take action on it, should put lots and lots and lots of money in your bank accounts over Mother's Day. I can't promise that, obviously, but what I'm going to say is what I'm sharing with you guys tonight is exactly what I'm doing for Mother's Day, and I have a massive monetary goal for Mother's Day. Hey, Miss Lily, what's going on, sis? How are you doing? And if you're just joining us live, if you're on Facebook especially, click the link that says, what is it, facebook.com/launchcard to give StreamYard permission to actually use your name. Otherwise, you're going to post and it'll say Facebook user. So I love using people's names when I post. Also, please share this out to anyone that you think could benefit from this. Again, hey, Donna Zimmerman, what's going on? The information I'm going to share tonight is literally going to be bank account altering because it's the same stuff that I'm doing in my business too. And this is stuff that I only share with like my paid clients who pay me a lot of money to coach them. So you all are going to really, truly benefit. I'm just looking for Launch Card Group here. All righty. And there I am. Perfect. Stuff that I only share with like my paid clients. All right. So we'll get started in about 1 minute. Have a pen and paper. You guys know I'm not the slide girl. So let's show her comment here. Hello, Miss Colleen. What's going on, girl? How are you? I'm glad you're on. There's Miss Donna. Greetings from West Virginia. Hey, hey. There is Miss Lily. What's going on, sis? So glad you guys are on again tonight, too. Appreciate you guys. Hey, there's Ken from the Aussie. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken, what part of Australia do you live in? Because I moved to Australia for like 5 months back in 2009 with the idea of staying in the country, but they wouldn't let me stay. And I have a ton of friends over there, and I was all over that beautiful, amazing country. So what part of Australia are you in? I would love to know. Colleen, doing well, wonderful. So we'll get started in just a few seconds. Tonight, just to recap, this is the day one of two, we're actually gonna have three, a special Mother's Day Make the Money trainings. So the information I'm gonna share with you guys tonight, you should find to be invaluable. Lord knows. And this is stuff that a lot of people don't really share. Those of us that do well with POD, we kind of keep this mission to ourselves. I live on the Gold Coast. Love it. So the first place I went to when I went to Australia was on the Gold Coast. It's absolutely amazing. My friends Donna and David live there actually. And I went there for the World Internet Summit way back in 2009. And my ex-boyfriend actually lives in Brisbane. And then so I left there, went down to Sydney, spent several months there. And then I went down to a place called Albury-Wodonga because I met a guy, moved in with him down there. And then I made my way up to Brisbane and then back to Sydney and then back to the States. So I know Australia really, really well. All right, you guys, let's get started. So tonight, this is day one of our special Mother's Day trainings. I'm super glad you guys are here. Again, if you were on Facebook, then you're going to want to, what is that thing called? You're going to want to go to, oh, it's not in here. What is it? Greg, what is it? Facebook.com/StreamYard, I think it is, to give Facebook permission and StreamYard permission to actually use your name. Otherwise, when you type in comments, it will say Facebook user. So let's do that. Also,
yeah, no, it's right underneath the video. So the copy's right there. You'll see it, and there'll be a link right there, and you just do that, and then we'll be able to see your name. And most everyone's done it. And if I see anyone there, I can kind of like tag them and tell them to go do it. But and share it, tag it, let everyone know we're going, make your comments.
Let everyone know. This is great information tonight. So, all right, you guys, let's rock and roll. Who's excited? So who plans on doing print on demand for Mother's Day? Who already had a plan to do it and who maybe didn't even think about it and didn't know that it was actually really a thing? I'd love to know. Type in the comments who planned on doing it, or maybe if you hadn't, you didn't know it was a thing. And I promise you, those of you guys that didn't know it was a thing and hadn't planned on it, you're going to want to do it now after this conversation and the conversation tomorrow night as well. So tonight, part one of this, I want to talk about, hey, Essie, what's going on? I want to talk about, first of all, the Mother's Day opportunity. just how big it is. It's massive. How big it is, the scope of it, kind of what it looks like, why I want all of us to do it. And then I'm going to then part 2 of this, I'm going to give you guys the the platinum niches to win in this very competitive e-commerce niche. I'm going to give you guys the whole enchilada as to how to win and doing exactly what I do. And then tomorrow, we're going to go into products, my favorite topic. We're going to talk about where to research great Mother's Day products. We're going to talk about great Mother's Day products to use, how to really niche down even further. So I'm going to give you the whole tea on that. And then next week, I want to talk about Mother's Day designs that you can use. The Launch Cart design marketplace has really great things available to us. We have the Toontown. We have all these great things that are available to us within the Launch Cart family, the Launch Cart ecosphere, so to speak. So I want to talk about that. And then I want to try to get the guys to come on. I want to do a traffic for Mother's Day, how to get traffic to our sites. So I want to see if I can get the guys, if I can kind of twist their arm a little bit and throw them some sweetness and have them do maybe a paid traffic tutorial for us too. So with that being said, let's get started. Get your notes out, y'all. So Mother's Day. And we're talking about Mother's Day in the United States. Now, a lot of countries have Mother's Days. I guess you guys didn't know that. So last week, I believe, was Mother's Day in the UK. So every single country in the whole wide world celebrates Mother's Days, but they're at different times of the year. And it really starts in the month of March. Some of them have it in April. Some of them have it in May. The United States this year is going to be on May the 8th. And then other countries will have it in dates after ours as well. So if you have a global audience, you know other languages, this is kind of like some advanced tea, but you can actually do Mother's Day items in other languages and sell in other countries as well too. So that's just kind of some advanced tea. But let me share my screen because I want to show you guys what the spending looks like for Mother's Day and why it's so important to be a part of this. So we're going to look at, this is Google Trends. And I put into Google Trends because I love using this as a tool. In the Google Trends website, I typed in the keyword phrase Mother's Day gift. And I did the dates from last year, 2021. Because what I want to show you guys is I want to show you when people start searching on Google for Mother's Day gifts. When does that start? So last year, I went back to the dates of March 2nd, 2021 to May the 9th, 2021, which was actually when Mother's Day was. So you see here, all through March, it was flat, flat, flat. And then you see an escalation here. So the escalation started last year on April the 3rd. Search volume started going up and you see it just went up, straight up from there. So April 3rd, it started a little bit. April 13th, it was more. This is April the 22nd. People are like, Mother's Day gifts. It's getting closer to the day. People are kind of freaking out. And then you see a big spike. You're here April 30th, and then a huge spike. May the 4th. Keep in mind the date was May 9th last year, and then a massive spike on May the 8th, the day before. So from the 1st of April last year, all the way through the day before Mother's Day, people are frantically searching for Mother's Day gift. What does that mean? Well, they're searching for gifts to buy online. That's what they're looking to do. And so I want to point this out because right now, at the time of this recording, it's March the 30th. So we are right at the very beginning of that upward surge of traffic where they're going to be looking for things to buy for Mother's Day gifts. So we're in the right place, the right time. We're not too late. We're exactly in the right place to be getting this information and to be taking action as well. Now, something else I wanted to point out on this Google Trends, when I scroll down, Google will tell us what else folks were searching for at that time. And this is going to kind of tie into when I get to niches later on. But people were also searching for grandparent, edible arrangements, flower delivery, Mother's Day cards, greeting cards, Mother's Day gift grandma, gifts for mom, Mom's Day, Mother's Day gift for wife, Mother's Day jewelry, Mother's Day gifts. So these people are searching in Google for these things last year. Let's look at right now for this year from the past 30 days. And I put in Mother's Day gift. You see, it's been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then we are right here today on March 27th. It went up quite a bit. And then it went down a little bit today. So really from like here on forward, it's going to start doing this. I wanted to point that out. But also too, people today are searching for daughter. and Mother's Day gift ideas and Mother's Day gift idea. So I wanted to point that out to let you guys know that we're right on target and on trend, on an upward trend. Folks are going to be searching for the items that we're putting out there. And that is just, it's hella exciting to me. I don't know about for you guys. Now, I also wanted to know how much money was spent for Mother's Day last year. And in 2021, it's $28.9 billion. And this is a survey from NRF, the National Retailers Federation. $28 billion. And so we get to get, and I'll just take you just give me a little scintilla of a sliver of that. And I'm super hella happy with that. I don't know about you guys. So $28 billion, this is last year's numbers. They haven't published 2022's projected numbers as of yet, but for me to kind of know how these trends kind of go, I'm just going to say 30 billion, if not more, for 2022 Mother's Day. So 28, 30, who wants to quibble with a couple of $1 billion, right? It's a massive amount of money that's going to be spent. Now, another thing that the NRF did is they had a survey that was actually done that talked about Mother's Day and who was actually going to be shopping and buying for Mother's Day in 2021. So this was really awesome. They found that 83% of people plan, and this is US based, plan to celebrate Mother's Day last year, 83%. Now, the thing about Mother's Day that I want to talk about as well is that makes it so unique is Mother's Day is what's called a compulsory gift giving holiday, meaning everybody that was ever born has or had a mother, right? So if your mother is alive and breathing and above ground, it is compulsory that we buy our mothers a gift. Just try not buying your mom a gift, right? And see what happens, right? So it's one of those things to where it's like everybody has to participate. And whether you're a man, woman, child, whatever the relation is, you are buying somebody, whether it's your friends or whomever, a Mother's Day gift. And so Mother's Day in the e-commerce space is second only to Q4, the Christmas season. Q4, the dates from November, December, that's literally the Super Bowl of sales, right? The absolute Super Bowl of sales. Let me stop sharing my screen. I will keep it on there. But Mother's Day is the close second. So you see 83% plan to celebrate Mother's Day. So let's go a little bit more. The top gift categories of 2021 are greeting cards, 72%, special outings, 49%, and flowers at 68%. Now, there was another thing I wanted to point out on here as well. This was really amazing to me. So this was a survey they had done, and they had it done by the Prosper Insight and Analytics for 2021. And they asked the question, 2021, what is your average expected spending for Mother's Day? And you see here it's by gender. The orange is men and the red is women. Of the people they asked, men plan to spend $284 for Mother's Day. That's huge. And women were projected to spend $159. I thought that was shocking. And then the number that plan to celebrate, 85% of men and 82% of women. So that is just incredible. And it says here, who do you plan on buying a Mother's Day gift for? The top categories, a mother or stepmother, but also a wife, a daughter, grandmother, sister, friend, godmother, and other relatives. So all across the board, people were planning on spending Mother's Day money. The last thing I want to show you guys was, this was in the UK, and this was for 2022. These are some Mother's Day trends and also fun facts that I found as well. This was what people planned on spending the most money on. Jewelry, $40. Special outing, $31. Consumer electronics, $22. Gift cards, $22. Flowers, $20. Clothing and accessory items, about $20. This is over in the UK, but ours is pretty comparable to that as well. So there are some great stats for Mother's Day. My mind was blown as I would see those. And so are you guys shocked by that information? Did you guys know Mother's Day was as big as that? Kind of, what are your thoughts on that? And hey, Lynette from Western Australia, how you doing, girl? So what are your thoughts on that data I just gave you? My mind was blown when I looked at this stuff for this year, and also last year I did Mother's Day as well. But what I want to show is that it offers so much opportunity for us to get in here and win. So what I want to do is now transition to how to win at the sport of Mother's Day, right? Of this Super Bowl sport of Mother's Day. How do we win at this? Well, the first thing you want to do is choose the right niche. If you guys remember, if you guys were on the 3-day challenge I did, was that 2 weeks ago, the very first day I covered what are niches. Essie says, good to know. She was not aware. I know, I wasn't either. My mind was blown. Wasn't blown. Donna says, this is exciting, right? And Lily says, I didn't know it was that big, right? That big, all caps. Yeah, huge, massive. Colleen, I didn't know it was in the billions. Girl, not just billions, multi-billions. Facebook user, this is a huge opportunity. Oh yeah, it is. You guys are going to be so happy once I get to the rest of this tea. All right, good. So y'all are excited as like I am, because I didn't know. And just imagine, like, can't do math in my head right now, but like, what is like 0.01% of $30 billion, right? It's just like, I just want like 0.01% of this with my items. I'm good. I'm not greedy. I just want like 0.01%. So, all right, so let's talk about how we win at this. So the way to win at this and the way to get our bags, I like to call it, is to pick the right niches and to pick the right products and to be doing it at the right time. As I mentioned, I showed you guys the chart. We're like right at the apex, like boom, right at the bottom. And for the next 30 days, it's gonna go boom all the way until, well, Mother's Day is, what is it, May 8th this year, so all the way till May 7th. So we have a good 30 days. And for me and my business personally, I have 7 businesses, you guys. I am booked and busy. It's crazy. But for the month of April, I'm literally putting on blinders, and all I'm doing is Mother's Day, period. Because this is the time, it's like and I want you guys to do the same thing for the next 30 days. I want you guys putting up designs, taking action every freaking flipping day. 30 days. 30 days, 30 days to get the bag. So I just want to reiterate that, because again, this is a compulsory holiday. All right, cool. So let's talk about niches. Obviously, it's Mother's Day, right? And so you would think, well, what do you mean niches, Sheila? I'm doing gifts for mother. Duh. What are you talking about? That's cool. I mean, you can do that. Of course you can do that. We can all do that, and you can win doing that for sure. But I take a different approach when I do my print-on-demand e-commerce, because I can. I want you guys to remember something I talked about when I talked about niches on the day 1 of the challenge. Remember, I said that the joy and the blessing and the gift of us doing print-on-demand e-commerce is that we're able to create products that people can't find in stores. You can't go to Walmart, if you pick the right niches, you can't go to Walmart and get Scottish Terrier sweatshirts if that's your niche. You can't go to Walmart or Target and get left-handed golfer t-shirts if that's your niche. You see what I'm saying? So remember, I talked about with niches, there's the broad niche, golf, Mother's Day, fitness, what have you. We don't play up here because we don't have billions of dollars to market to that. We go deep. We go an inch wide and a mile deep. So the same thing applies for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is the big kahuna niche, that great big huge niche. And so I'm going to talk about how do we slice that down? Where do we find our mile deep oil wells basically to drill in this Mother's Day niche? So I call it, I just kind of made this up. This is kind of what I do, you guys. I call it the zigzag model. So when everyone is zigging, meaning they're picking gift for mom, gift for, whatever. I'm over here. I'm like, well, that's cool, but that's going to be really, really crowded. I want to zag, because the zig stuff are items I can go to Walmart, Target, JCPenney, Macy's, the Hallmark store. I can go there and find bazillions of things that say Happy Mother's Day, Mom, right? I don't want to zig. Y'all can zig if you want to. I'm gonna tell you where to go zig. But I like to zag. I want to find the people that are searching for things that they absolutely cannot find in Walmart, you cannot find in Target, you cannot find in Hallmark. So I want to talk about the zag, right? That's where the money is, in the zag. So I've got my note. I'm looking down because I got my notes here. So pens and papers out. You ready to take notes? Okay, so make sure you get this. Okay, good. So the zig niches for Mother's Day are the obvious, right? Mother, so husband to wife, number 1 niche, obviously. We've got daughter to mom, son to mom, mom to daughter, mom to sister, mom to mom, and then husband to grandmother, daughter to grandmother, son to grandmother, mom to grandmother, mom to sister, etc. So right, so those are the big ones. I can go to any grocery store, any place. I can find gifts that fit that. I can find cards, all that stuff. So that's the zig. And the zig, the definition that I call zig is these are highly trafficked. People are searching for these things, but there's also high competition. I don't like to play where there's a lot of high competition. I would rather be where there is not so much super high traffic, but there's moderate, like little less traffic than super high. So lesser traffic, but still a gazooka amount of traffic and less competition. I want to be over here zagging, right? So let's talk about the zag. What is the zag? What is the zag? What is the zag? The zag makes me dance, right? The zag makes me dance. So what are those zag niches? I've got about 15 of these, or 15 or 20 of these. These are the ones that are going to make you money, you guys. So I want y'all to really write these down. Number one, and if you guys think of any that I've gotten, type them in, because I thought I was exhausted, but I'm not necessarily. So number one, LGBTQ, the gay, lesbian, because guess what? The two moms, right? So you can do wife to wife. That's a niche. My two moms or my gay mom, right? I figured this out last year. Last year was my first Mother's Day that I did for e-commerce, and I came late to the game. I was busy partying and on yachts and doing all the things last year. So I was doing the most. And so I didn't even think about it till like April the 20th. I was like, oh my God, I need to do some Mother's Day stuff. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So it's my first time doing Mother's Day POD. And so I knew that I couldn't zig. There was no way that I could zig because I was so damn late to the party. So it's like, what do I need to do? Oh my goodness. And so I thought about it. And I was like, you know what? My homegirl is gay and her kids need to buy her stuff. And I know for a fact I can't go to Walmart and buy, well, maybe you can now, but go to Walmart and get some My Two Moms cards. So I'm like, I'm going to do LGBTQ as one of my niches. And I did and destroyed. I had maybe 10 good selling days, freaking destroyed. That was the one niche I picked. I picked another one I'll tell you about later on. So LGBTQ. Next, stepmom, otherwise known as bonus mom and unbiological mom. Write that down. That's a huge one. So we got stepmom, and then that same category, bonus mom and unbiological mom. And when I say mom, you could also do mother. So mom, mother, so both. Next, we have the like a mom, LIKEAMOM, or second mom. You know, my best friend of, God, how many years now? 49 years. Like my best friends since we were like 9 years old. Her mother is like my second mother, and my mother is like her second mother. So I always refer to Kathy as my second mother. Right. So if I was going to get Kathy a card or a gift, I wanted to say to my second mother, you always treated me like a daughter, et cetera, et cetera. So that's a niche that you're not going to find in the store. So like a mom, or same line, second mom. Next, the sister niche, however, stepsister, like a sister, unbiological sister, right? That's how you slice that one down. Next one, this is a fun one. So I talked about in the zig, you got the grandmother, right? Which is cool, but I want you guys to think about great grandmother. People forget about that. People have great grandmothers, and some of y'all have great great grandmothers. So we've got grandmother, but we also have great grandmother, and we have great great grandmother. Now, I want to talk about this grandmother niche a little bit more. In the grandmother niche, there's a whole new genre of grandmothers out there. And I call you guys the hot girl summer grandmothers. What do I mean by that? Meaning y'all are too cute and too fly to be referred to as grandmother. So when your daughters or your sons, and you guys become grandmothers for the first time, y'all like, don't call me grandmother. They need to call me Mimi. They need to call me TT. Right? Because nobody wants that whole grandmother stigma anymore, because y'all are just hot girl summer grandmamas. That's what I call you guys. If there's any of y'all out there, type in, yes, honey, I'm a Mimi, I'm a TT. So there's that particular niche right in there. And like my second mother, Kathy, she's a Mimi. So my best friend Tracy had my niece Milan. Milan is 23 now. 23 years ago, a grandma. Oh my God, Donna. Oh, let me put this up here. I forgot grandma. Dude, see, I knew y'all were out here. I knew y'all were out here. Donna said she's a grandma. Yes, exactly. So y'all are the hot girl summer grandmothers. That's what I call you guys. And Lily says, yes, hunty. Told y'all, I knew it. Hot girl summer grandmamas. So think about those kind of terms because that's really important. So if you do, you can just do literally, y'all, you can just do the Mimi niche, the grandma niche, the TT niche, the Meemaw niche, and be done, right? So that's hella zagging, isn't it? Right? Okay, cool. So I'm so glad y'all like that. How did I forget grandma? Like how? How? Anyway, so next. In the aunt niche, we have aunt, because right, so we have aunties, aunt or auntie. If you're Black, you say auntie. If you're white, you say aunt or aunt. So your aunt, your auntie, however you want to call her. You know, we all of them typically are mothers, right? So you got the auntie niche is what I call it. So with auntie, but even the aunties, don't forget if you're Spanish, the word for auntie or aunt is tia. So one of the things with this space as well is if you know a foreign language, you can produce gifts in, this is a total like mind blower. Do your gifts in Spanish. So what's the word for aunt in Spanish? It's tia, T-I-A with a tilde over the I. So do these gifts for people that speak other languages. So if you speak another language, if you speak German, you speak Spanish, you speak French, you speak Italian, what have you, do these same items in other languages too. Right? So I wrote tia on here too. And also under aunt, auntie, don't forget there's the great aunt. Everybody has a great aunt, right? So the great aunt gifts. Next, mother-in-law, mom-in-law, mother-in-law. Don't forget that. Next, sister-in-law, Mother's Day gifts, mother-in-law, Mother's Day gifts. I think I mentioned before, unbiological sister. We talked about that before. Foster mom. Is anybody out there was in foster care when they were growing up? Or is anyone out there a foster mother? If I had a foster mom, I can't go to Target and find a foster mom card. This just doesn't exist. And so with us, again, doing POD, people are going to be searching for it. Thousands of people are searching for foster mother gifts. Boom, there your stuff pops up. This is a huge one. Along with that, adoptive mother, right? Who's an adopted mom or was adopted or what have you. If I'm looking for something for my adopted mom, if I find something online and like to my adopted mom t-shirt or what have you, I'm like, oh my God, that's what I'm looking for, right? So this is what I mean when I say still high search volume, but way lower competition. It just allows us to get in here and swim and do the best stroke and the side stroke and do all the things versus drowning in the waves of people that are up there zigging. So next we have, did I say stepdaughter, right? So don't forget that. So many step families out there. So I think I said stepdaughter earlier. So stepdaughter, unbiological daughter, that's a huge thing. And the like it, I think I did that one already. Stepdaughter, bonus daughter. I didn't do that. I said sister actually. So let me back up. So the daughter niche. This is how you get into the daughter niche. Stepdaughter, bonus daughter, unbiological daughter, my adoptive daughter, like a daughter, my second daughter. So if Kathy was getting me a gift, I'm her second daughter, right? So keep that in mind. Sister, I did stepsister, like a sister. I did adoptive daughter, and then foster daughter. Let's not forget that, foster daughter. Now, I've saved the best for last because let me tell you something. Along with LGBTQ, which I crushed it, I also crushed it in these next two. If you just did these next two and just pick that as your niche for now and evergreen into the Christmas season, you don't need to do nothing else. So these last two, I think are the best two, honestly, that people really truly sleep on and forget about. Number one, mother to be, mom to be. All the pregnant mamas out there that haven't had their babies yet, they're moms to be. When Mother's Day comes, ride that all the way to the bank, and that's all I'm gonna say. But the one I really crushed with was first-time mothers. They just had their babies between, you know, this Mother's Day and the last one, whatever. So this is like the first-time mom, first Mother's Day. It's a wrap. It is a freaking flipping wrap. Period. So those are the, and if anybody thinks of any, please put them on there. Y'all got glam on. Let's put some other ones on here. This is hilarious. Facebook user says, Monty, the mother auntie. We all got a few little Monties out there, right? I love it. I love it. Lily said, this is some good stuff. Love it. And Lily says, thank you, Miss Sheila. Girl, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So those are the zagging niches. Zagging. So everybody's zigging. Let me kind of do a quick recap of these really quickly for those that are joining in late. We talked about the niches for Mother's Day. We talked about Mother's Day last year. $28.09 billion was spent on Mother's Day. 85% of men, 82% of women said that they're going to buy gifts. We talk about Mother's Day is a compulsory holiday. Mother's Day, aside from Christmas and Q4, is the second most profitable holiday season, selling season ever. It's the mini Super Bowl as we get ready for fourth quarter. We also talked about how there's the zig niches, the big ones that everybody knows, and the ones that everybody can actually go to a store and find gifts for. And those were husband to wife, daughter to mom, son to mom to daughter, mom to son, mom to grandmother, etc. Those are the big ones. Those are the highly trafficked, but also highest competition. It's like, oh my God, I don't like to swim there. I don't want to fool with that. I want to zag. Zagging. Lower traffic, but still millions of people, but lower traffic and mid to lower competition. This is where we win. In the zig area, I like to call it the red ocean. The water is bloody because there's so much stuff going on there. I like to be in the reddish to, if I can find a blue ocean where it's just crystal blue water, that's where I like to be. So that's how I like to think about it as well. So then the zags, really quickly, LGBTQ niche, wife to wife, my two moms, my gay mom, stepmom, bonus mom, unbiological mother. We've got the like a mom or second mom. We have the sister niche. We have the stepsister, the like a sister, the unbiological sister. Grandmother, we got the great grandmother, we have the great grandmother, we got the Mimis, the TTs, the Meemaws, the Glammaws, all my little hot girl summer grandmamas. Y'all know who you are. I love y'all. Hilarious. We have the aunt, we have the auntie, we have the Monty. Thanks, Facebook use. We have the Monties. If we're doing kind of a foreign language, if you do a foreign language, you do Tia, what have you. We have the mother-in-law, we have the sister-in-law, we have the mothers-to-be, Lordy-be, mom-to-be, first-time mom, we have foster mom, adoptive mom, we have the great aunt, we have one I forgot to mention, we have a stepdaughter, bonus daughter, unbiological daughter, like a daughter, second daughter, we have a stepsister, like a sister, we have adoptive daughter, we have foster daughter, and one that I forgot, and I've saved this to the end. So this may be triggering for some folks. I will kind of give you guys a warning. One of the things I did let me tell you a little story. So 2020, Q4 2020 was literally the most profitable selling season for e-commerce ever in the history of e-commerce. We saw 10 years of growth happen within 4 months at the end of 2020. Now, why was that? What was going on in 2020, y'all? Well, that was year one of what I call the global cootie. Well, in that year, of course, everybody was in the houses, couldn't shop, couldn't go to stores, all the things. And so everybody was like shopping online, buying things. So those of us that were selling online were like, oh my God, this is like insane. But it also opened up and exploded a niche for me, because in July, as I was getting ready for Q4, I'm looking at what's going on. I'm really strategic when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I'm looking around, I'm like, okay, what's the zag for Q4? What's going on right now? And I'm like, well, unfortunately, there's a global cootie. And a lot of folks that are here now won't be here come December. A lot of folks that were here in January just aren't here now. So that opens up a huge opportunity in what was already a powerful niche, in the memorial niche. So we're now in year 3 of the Global Cootie. And a lot of people out there, unfortunately, I mean, not to get emotional, but don't have their moms anymore. And so there is and again, I don't mean to trigger anything. If you've lost your mom, my deepest condolences. The memorial niche for moms. So if you have, let's say like your best friend or your girlfriend or what have you, lost her mom, you could get her in memory of your mom card or gift, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, too. So the memorial niche is a niche as well. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. What else do I want to tell you? What comments, questions? What do we got? What do we got, y'all? Did you guys, what are your minds blown? Y'all, like, give me some information here. Because have y'all ever thought about these niches? Would y'all have ever thought about this before this? Give me your thoughts. What actions do you want to take? Let's see what we got here from Lily. Sexy Grandma. I think we got that one already. Donna. Donna says, looks like I'm gonna be zagging. Yes, girl. Zag all the way to the bank. Hey. I love it. One of the things I love about these niches as well is that if you get winners in Mothers for Mother's Day, you can take those same winners and those same niches and ride those through Q4 as well. So I'm going to talk about this tomorrow more in depth. Awesome advice. Thank you, Facebook user. I appreciate you. Colleen says, where's Colleen? Same, not all for sure. Some, not all for sure. As he says, awesome. I love it. Thank you, dear. So one of the things I'm going to talk about for tomorrow is when we're doing our product selection, you're not wanting to do a lot of products that are like Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day. You're wanting to keep it, and I'm getting ahead of myself. I just want to plant this in your head. You want to do things that are very generic and also evergreen, like gift for mom, gift for sister, what have you. You don't want to do a lot of like Mother's Day minus the first Mother's Day if you're in that niche, because that makes sense, obviously. But so because you want to be able to take these same designs that sell like crazy in these niches that you're in, and those suckers will quadruple sale come Q1. Ooh, yes, Facebook user, come through. Spiritual mom, church mom, yes. So you clearly must be British because you use the word mum, M-U-M versus mom. Yes. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Because what do we do when we have these niches? Like, let's say that you picked grandmother as an example. We'll just go with that one. What you want to do is, now that you've got your sub niche, you want to niche it down even more. So what can you do? Like, for instance, as Facebook just says, you can go spiritual mom or church moms. You could do things that are for spiritual moms, spiritual aunties, spiritual whomever. You could do things by hobbies. You could do things by interest. We're going to talk about that tomorrow more in depth, but just kind of be thinking along those lines. So your assignments, let's take that off. See, I'm getting better with the StreamYard, y'all, right? Not leaving the comments up. Your assignments are, I want you to pick 2, no more than 3, but 2 or 3 niches. You can just, one is awesome as well, that resonated with you, where you're just like, oh, boom, that hit. Like, you felt it, like, right, you felt it in your chest, right? So whichever ones you're like, yes, I can ride that all the way to the bank. That's great. So take those 2 or 3, write them down. And I want you to go back to the challenge, day 1. Remember the day 1 of the challenge, we talked about niches, right? I talked about how to narrow down, how to find products, all that stuff. So I want you to do some research on the niches that the niche that you chose. And I want you to see kind of what products are out there, what you can create, what spin you can put on things. And I showed you guys how to do, where to look and all that stuff. I'm going to go more in depth on that tomorrow, but get a head start on this. So for me, like last year, some of the things that I do, and as I'm researching this now, I want to know what sold really well last year. And so I will go into Google and I'll type in things such as top selling Mother's Day gifts 2021, top selling Mother's Day gifts 2020, because historically those things are still going to sell well. I'm also going to go into top selling Christmas gifts for women 2021, top selling Christmas gifts for women 2020, because what sold at Christmas time in years past, I'm like, okay, well, how can I put a new spin on that for Mother's Day. So think really strategic and outside. We're going outside the lines with this, y'all. Outside the lines, outside the lines. So start doing your research, start digging, go look on Pinterest, look on Amazon, just like I taught you guys. Go back and watch day one and day two actually of the challenge. Day one was on niches, day two was on products, and apply this to the niches that you picked. The other thing, if you like, let's say for example, let's make this easy on ourselves. Let's say as an example, let's say that you are a foster mom, right? Or you were a foster child. You have subject matter expert knowledge in that particular niche that Lord knows I don't have, right? And so you know phrases and things that you could actually use to put on gifts or items or products that you could use for your SEO. Or if you are grandma, grandma, Mimi, TT, grandma, whatever, if that's your thing, do the grandma niche, because you all know what kind of sayings will apply to you, and you know what you'd want to buy, what you'd want to receive. Or if you are if you're LGBTQ mom, right? You already know. So what I'm saying is, if any of these, if you fit in any of these categories, like literally use that, because I don't have children, didn't want them, what have you. So I'm a single girl, no kids. So I'm always kind of flying blind, but I have friends that fit in all these categories. So I use my friends around me to kind of, pick their brains and get some things like that too. So that's your assignment number one. So pick one ideally, but if you want to get two, like two niches, but start doing that research on those and research kind of what products were hot last year. Look for trends you're seeing this year too. So kind of get your own product list together, because remember, you guys, we got 30 days. We have a good, as far as timelines are concerned, we have, okay, so Mother's Day is on, what is it? Is it May the 9th and May the 8th, May the 9th, whatever date it is, May the 8th this year. And so the cutoff date for your items to be shipped out for people to receive it on Mother's Day is probably going to be May the 1st. From every company is different, but May the 1st for most of them, but really kind of that last week of April. So we have, really 30 full days to get stuff up, get traffic to it, and get it selling. So utilize these first 2 weeks of April, but particularly this first week of April, to put the pedal to the metal and get the gas going and apply this information. That's why I want to teach it to you all now. So you can apply this now. Next, okay, that's all I got for y'all tonight. So tomorrow we're going to talk about products, and we're going to talk about where to find good ones, where we're doing the research and all that stuff. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then next week, I want to talk about designs, what kind of design trends are out there, what's popping right now, how you find what's popular in the marketplace, things of that nature too. And then in the next week or so, 2 weeks maybe, I want to try to get the guys to come on, and hopefully I can cross my fingers, get them to do a kind of a paid training traffic thing for us. And I'll put together kind of an SEO, because I'm an SEO girl, I'm a keyword girl for my traffic and stuff too. So how that works. So we've got let's take about 5 minutes. Give me your thoughts, your questions. Did you find this to be value added? Let me ask you, is everybody, do you feel ready? Like, do you feel ready to do this? Because I'm going to tell you guys, if you miss out on this, you're just allergic to money. This is because this is the best opportunity. If you're out there, if you're one of those people that it's like, oh my gosh, I want to do this, but I've been so scared, didn't know what to do. I wanted to, but I'm still scared. This is your time, period. Because what does that mean? Let me kind of put that in a better reference for you guys. Those of you all that are new and you're scared to do it, I implore you, jump in. Right, I see your questions. I'll put those in. Jump in and do this now. Because what if, let's say you missed it. Please don't, but let's say you missed it. And so July comes, you're like, okay, it's July. I'm going to finally jump in and do a store and make some shirts. And it's like July the 18th, some random day in July. Well, in July, that, for those of us in the business, know that that's like the dead time. Like if you got some sales in July, you'd be just darn lucky, right? Versus you starting for Mother's Day, a compulsory holiday, or you starting in October to get ready for Q4. So I want you guys to take advantage of the timing of the second most profitable holiday season. Q4 is like the big one, and this is like right freaking behind it. So take advantage of that. All right, let's look at some questions. As he says, awesome, spiritual mom. Let me scroll down a little bit. Colleen says, you wasn't here yet. Sorry to have missed that. Colleen, it's in the group. Just type in the search challenge day one or what have you, or just search for my name and you'll find them. So it's great information. So if you weren't here for the challenge, go watch days 1, 2, and 3. The challenge was like bomb. I'm not saying that just because I did it, right? But it was me, Greg, Candace. It was really fun. All righty. Donna, if we choose 2 niche categories, can we put them in the same store? Oh God, for sure. I mean, just make sure that it makes sense. So like for instance, if you picked, well, okay, let me answer that. Donna says if we choose 2 niche categories, can put them in the same store for sure. And that is why, like for me, I finally figured out from one of my mentors I paid like $10,000 to. He's like, Sheila, just do like a gift store. So that way that allows you to have like all kinds of niches. Because I struggled for years on what's my niche gonna be? I don't just want to pick one thing and get bored with it because I get bored really easily. So he's like, dude, just do like a gift store. And I was like, oh, okay. And then once I did that, it was like, duh. So for you, Donna, for all you guys too, do a gift store. So do a and pick like a random name like threadlessgifts.com, like literally, but just have the word gifts. Because think about the psychology of this, as it was explained to me. People are looking online for the most part to buy gifts for other people. They're not really searching for themselves. So we're targeting the people that are looking to buy gifts, looking to buy Mother's Day gifts, looking to buy Christmas gifts, looking to buy birthday gifts, looking to buy graduation gifts, right? So if you do a gift store, you're able to cover Mother's Day, graduation, anniversaries, Christmas, all the things. So that's some tea. So does that make sense, Donna? Hope that helped. I'm working on Mother's Day products all day. Yay, Colleen, I'm excited. Yay. Essie, la. Where's she got? There she is, right there. Not ready, need to know how to do the ad and get the scale. Okay, but when you say not ready, Essie, do you mean like you haven't done any products yet? Because you don't need to know how to do ads and all that stuff. It's like I've been in POD since 2017. I don't do ads. And I've sold hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't do paid ads. Paid ads, I'm like, Now, full confession though, I have decided that this year I'm going to learn how to do ads. I just paid a coach, just wired him 5 figures to work with me because I do need to do ads in my business now. But you don't need ads. I've made all this money literally doing SEO, like dead ass for real. So don't let that hold you. Like, and honestly, you could get onto Facebook, Lord, into YouTube. And you could type into YouTube University. I'm a queen of YouTube University all freaking day long. You could type in how to do Facebook ads 2022 and go through like a 2-hour tutorial and you got it covered. So there you go. Hope that helps. So don't let like ads and scale to get this. You don't need ads to get the sale. You really don't. Need help with keywords. What do we got here? Colleen needs help with keywords. Okay. I'm a keyword expert, so I'll do a session. My next session on Tuesday will be around design. Maybe I'll do a combination of design and keywords. So we'll do that. All right, cool. Love it. Okay, great. Me too. That's why I used allcom.fun. Yeah, right. See, exactly. I have products. How do you get the sale? Well, you have to, did you watch last night's when we did our hot seats last night? You were on, Essie. So you have to make sure that you chose a niche that people are wanting to buy and the keywords and things like that. So we'll talk more about that later. And your products are, so a lot of things that go into getting the sale. Like it's a multi-layer thing. It's number one, the right niche. Number two, are people in that niche searching for the kind of products that you have? That's why your product research is the most important thing you could do. Your product research, your niche research, that is literally the most important thing you can do. Once you do that, if you nail that piece right, then everything else is like, oh, okay, cool. I have put up product, and I've taught my students how to put up products, particularly like books on Amazon and things on different websites. And because they followed my niche research down to a T, they'll put something up because it's what people are actually searching for with the keywords, and then they'll get sales automatically. Like the first day they put stuff up, it happens all the time. So that's why you've got to make sure that that keyword stuff is really important. So I'll do a keyword. I'll do an SEO keyword training for you guys. Makes sense. Thank you so much for reminding us going crazy with ideas. You're amazing. Oh, thank you, Don. I appreciate you so much. Facebook user, did you say you were going to do an SEO training to teach how to increase traffic? Yes. So what I will do is I will do an SEO training that is around keywords. I'll talk about how I find keywords with my niches. I'll talk about tools I use. I use paid tools now, but I use free tools as well, and different things of that nature. And then I'm going to try to get the guys to do a paid tutorial for you guys. Again, I know how to do them. Like, I'm not ignorant about them, Lord knows, but I'm not qualified to teach about it, because until for Q4, I'll be like, this is what you do. But right now I'm not. But SEO, I'm like, yeah, I got you. All right, cool. SEO, is that for keywords? Yes, SEO search. Sorry, I'm using an acronym and I'm so rude at doing that. SEO means search engine optimization. So what that means is you are optimizing your products and your descriptions to have the keywords that people are searching for. So for instance, let me give you an example. If I were to pick one of the niches, let me say, I was going to do like auntie. So gift for aunt. I'm doing an aunt niche. So the first keyword I'm going to put in at the very first part of my description is going to be gift for aunt, because that's what somebody's going to be searching for, that's looking for a gift for aunt. So just think about it psychologically. How do you find things when you're searching into Google? You type in the exact search phrase that you're searching for and that thing pops up. So whatever your niche is with SEO, search engine optimization, we're having to figure out and determine what keywords people are searching for that are looking for items in our niche, right? And so I'll show you guys how to get those keywords that are low ranked and things of that nature too. So we'll do that. Calling same time tomorrow and Tuesday. Yes, same time, same bad channel. So I like this 6:30 Central Daylight Time. I like this time frame. Essie, great keywords. You know, all the help I can get. Thank you. Oh, I got you, girl. Of course, of course. I'm glad you're here. All right, you guys, we are under an hour. I never teach this fast. It was really great. So thank you guys for being on. I appreciate you guys. Please don't just be on and not take action. This information that I gave you guys, I'm telling you, people pay me. I get paid a lot of money as a coach, and I literally only tell this stuff to like my paid clients. So this is how you win at this period. There's a question on here. Hey, Candace, could we do the best gift for a mama, or does adding extra words decrease traffic? It won't decrease it. What I would do is gift for mama, but you can also do best gift for. So best gift for mama is going to be like a keyword phrase, but gift for mama is going to be the one that you're going to want to rank for. But you'll rank for like all those other ones as well that'll correlate with that. Great question. Hey, Candace, great question. But I'll do a whole training on that. That's totally cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for being on. Taking action now. Okay, Lily, I love it. And then Essie says, hasta mañana. Yes, hasta mañana, señora. Because I live in Mexico, in case you guys didn't know. All right, so same time, same bad channel tomorrow. So again, your homework is pick one niche, maybe two. If you did not watch the challenge videos, go back and watch day 1, day 2. So that you'll know now that I literally have served these up. You don't need to think. You just pick one. I did the thinking for you. I promise you. You just pick one. So everyone that is, go through the process. You want to look for now. I want you guys to look for what are people searching for in that niche. What kind of products are coming as best-selling products. I showed you guys how to do that already. I want you guys to have 5 or 10 products that you're thinking about doing that are in your niche as well. So that when we're talking about products tomorrow, y'all can just take that information and hit the ground sprinting. Because this weekend, my behind is going to be here in this penthouse making products, period. So remember, we have 30 days, but we have these first 2 weeks. You want to get yourself up as soon as possible to give these search engines time to get them indexed and time to be found and all those things too. So, but the fact that we are zagging instead of zigging makes it a little bit easier. Because keep in mind, I told you guys, I didn't start Mother's Day last year till April 20th because I was doing the most. Yacht life. And but because I chose 2 good zag niches, I chose LGBTQ moms and I chose 3. I did mom to be and I did first time mom. Man, I was quite happy. So now that I have the blessing of time in front of me, I got this full 30 days. I'm like, bruh. So let's do this together. I'm here for you guys. Let's rock it out. Candace, gotta watch that replay. Yes, you do, girl. Facebook user said, thank you. Lynette says, hey, Lynette, thank you, Sheila. No worries. And Essie says, thank you. So excited. All right, y'all. Mwah. I love y'all. Hasta pasta. Hasta mañana.